Okay, it's a cat. What's this one?
Mat.
Good boy. What's this one?
Cat.
What sound is the start?
Short.
Look at the first sound.
Rat.
Rat.
Sat.
Good boy. Okay, can you try another word for me? I'm going to make a word for you now. Can you say this word for me? This one here.
Sat.
Oh, look, it's not got s in front.
At.
At. Just got an at in the front. Okay? And another one. The.
Bat.
What's the whole word?
Bat.
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 Bat. Okay. From the top.
Bye-bye.
From the very top.
Cat.
Cat.
Hat. Mat.
Mat.
Kit.
Rat. Rat.
Sat. Shit. At. Cat. Bat.
Bat. And what about this one? Let me write it for you.
One more.
One more.
Ha.
Yeah? So what's that sound with that sound?
Let. Han.
Hat.
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 Ha.
Hat. Draw me a hat. Hat. Draw a hat so it reminds you what it is.
Hat.
That's a hat. Is it?
It's a boy.
It's the boy. Can you put a hat on the boy? Good. That's better.
Yeah. Hat.
So the boy has a hat.
Hat. Feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh, can I have it again just to check? Please! You were very good. Just one more time. One more time, you were very good. You remembered 7. It's getting much better.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Right, first off, I gave you some, we're looking at doing some descriptive settings for our stories. So we've begun to, I gave an example, a model of writing based on a setting that I'm familiar with, and the girls had to answer questions based on the setting. What sort of questions did you have to answer?
What is a setting? Where is the setting? What is in the setting?
Okay. And what else did you learn from looking at the setting? What did you learn from the layout of that? So you learned that there was description.
Yeah.
What sort of words were describing?
Powerful verbs.
Powerful verbs. Some adjectives. Yeah. And some specific nouns, because we talked about spider and knots in the wood.
Cabin.
And the cabin.
Rubbish
The wood.
cabin.
The boring cabin. Yeah. And what have we got here?
I was doing a really crazy math.
Okay. We did, we're starting doing the long columns in maths for multiplication. And we're coming away from the grid method, but showing, we did a system where we are going from the grid method to the long columns. So it's using the same system. So we've got 2 times 300, and we use brackets 2 times 300 to make the answer. So
But it's
the same
easier
pattern.
the other way.
You found the grid method the easier.
The normal way.
Okay.
Multiplication.
Okay, the reason why we do this is to help understand the values of each of the figures of the number. So we know that this is 300, this is 40, and this is 6, so that we can break it up more and understand the values of the properties of the numbers. and it helps that way. Then you can go into doing you don't need to do that when you go into doing the other type of multiplication.
Yeah, it's the easiest one.
It's handy to know the values of the numbers anyway. It's a good idea. Okay, and what was this? What did you have to do after?
We had to write where was the setting in the little story.
So I gave you some excerpts of some different settings from different stories, and you had to annotate some of the ideas in the story. So what stood out is important to draw your attention as a reader, and where the setting actually was. So for the first one, where was the setting?
In the forest.
In the forest. And what sort of words stood out to you as a reader?
There were two rivers, and as the water falls slowly, and it was deep in the woods.
And it was a dark place, yeah, it was deep in the woods. Okay, well done.
Today we done this grammar, children by this story, and then we had to write the questions. And then we done this math.
Maths.
Then we done some math.
So we were trying to multiply some 3-digit numbers with single-digit numbers.
Yes.
And we come from doing the grid method, and we split it up. So we're doing the bigger number multiplied by the multiplier, and going to the smaller number. So we did the hundreds, tens, and then the ones.
Yes.
And then we added the answer together. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
How did you find this?
Difficult.
You found it difficult. What do you think it's something you're going to work on with this? What do you think might help you to practice do this better? So what would you need to do? So your times table recall knowledge was good because you were able to say 7 8 of 56 quite quickly. But it's how you set the method out. You need to be careful. So you need to be careful using the columns correctly. You need to realise that what you're multiplying together, so you don't confuse yourself, okay? Yeah? And you need to learn the patterns, so it helps you out. Okay?
This week we done in math these problems, and we have to discover what was 8 divided with answer 88. And we done this story, and we have to write which word could you touch, or the sounds, where was the setting, what could you taste, what could you smell, and what could you see. And we read these paragraphs and told which one was more describing. The describing more was the A. And we have to make our own paragraph story, but first we have to organize it with this, answering the questions. And the story is Sweet Land. It is about a boy who goes into the sweet land and finds a magic butterfly.
Sound? You can away so you can hear better. I can hear you better.
This week we done multiplication that you won't mess with. This one. And then we done it. I didn't see it. So what did you have to do? You had to do this timetable here, then you had to put 300 timetables with 9. Very complicated. Yes, complicated. Then we do this. Then it was 5 times 5 is 25. It was 5 is 25, but you had to put the logbook here. That. And then we told the settings, but I didn't find it. Where's the paper? And then we write the story that I have to finish it.